The man standing upstairs suddenly got startled. He saw the ground on the street seemed to suddenly have its own consciousness and was slowly merging with an old man's body. Before he could react, rescue workers rushed over, trying to pull the old man from the ground, but at this point, the old man's legs had already become part of the ground. There was no way to separate them. In the end, the rescue workers could only watch helplessly as he gradually merged into the ground. When the two saw the news on TV, they immediately felt like the sky was falling. It turned out that on Earth, a never-before-seen virus had broken out. Infected people would merge with objects around them. Many people who loved mountain climbing had turned into stone-like forms, and when first infected, many small bumps would appear on the body. Seeing this situation, Jack immediately rushed into the bathroom to carefully check if he had any of those small bumps on his body. After confirming he had no abnormalities, he got a magnifying glass to examine his girlfriend's body. Only after making sure his girlfriend was not infected either did Jack feel slightly relieved. He looked at the TV, broadcasting that terrifying news, understanding in his heart he could not just do nothing now. So early the next morning, he used tape to cover all the doors and windows of his home with plastic sheets. Then he began thoroughly disinfecting and cleaning the house. He thought this way he could avoid the virus, but what he did not expect was this virus spread too quickly, far more serious than he had imagined. In just 3 days, outbreaks occurred everywhere. Large numbers of infected appeared. To solve the problem, authorities urgently built an isolation zone, gathering all infected people together and requiring all residents to stay home, not to go out casually. At first, Jack quite enjoyed being alone with his girlfriend, but the good times did not last long. The entire building suddenly lost power. The house became completely silent. Fortunately, Jack had a bicycle at home. He modified it, turning this bicycle into a power generating machine. Just by pedaling, electricity could be generated. This way they temporarily solved the problem of having no electricity. Seeing the lights in the room slowly brighten again, his girlfriend immediately ran to the computer, wanting to turn on the computer to check the situation, trying to use the computer to find out news from outside. Unfortunately, the computer could not connect to the internet. While Laura was looking through photos to pass time, planning to lighten her mood, she accidentally got her foot cut by a stone on the ground. At first, she did not pay much attention, but not long after, another stone fell from the wall. This made Laura immediately sense something was wrong. She quickly got down to carefully examine the ground. Unexpectedly, she discovered a terrifying scene. She saw on the wall under the table, a bunch of stones had mysteriously grown, and those stones were slowly writhing, as if they were alive. She was terrified and quickly called Jack over, only to discover there was actually a human face in the stone. Looking carefully, that face looked exactly like their neighbor next door. It turned out, that neighbor had a strange habit, always pressing against the wall spying on them. So after being infected with the virus, he had completely merged with the wall. Seeing this horrifying scene, they quickly grabbed sticks and smashed that stone person to pieces, although they finally dealt with the stone person. But Jack's skin was cut by the stone fragments. When she discovered those stones were slowly merging with Jack's flesh, Laura immediately realized this was a big problem. To prevent him from becoming like that too, she quickly got tweezers and carefully dug out those stones bit by bit. Finally, Jack passed out from the severe pain. Fortunately, the virus did not continue to spread. After a few days of rest, Jack finally recovered his spirits. This day Laura was at home, pedaling the bicycle to generate electricity, wanting to watch TV to see if there was any new news from outside. Unexpectedly, as the images appeared intermittently, both of them felt their hearts sink. They saw that the original isolation zone was now completely empty with no one left. Those infected people had all merged with the ground.